I'm Red Urian. First things first, you need to know is in the Urian matchup, whoever gets the opponent into corner wins the game. That's Urian's win. So let's put down win condition. Win condition, get corner Aegis. Okay. Putting an Aegis in front of him, like most matchups with Urian. Whoever has the Aegis out, basically if you have an Aegis in front of them when they're in the corner, that's your win condition for the match. So good. It's a bunch of standing medium kicks. Fireball actually isn't also bad in this matchup. So I'm also going to write that down really quick. Fireball for moves that are decent for Urian. Good chop, air-to-air parries. Alright, so I'm kind of in the corner right now, so let's think about defense. So what does he do? He does... What does he do? He does crouching jab fireball and just tackles right in. So I think being patient here is probably the best option. And just looking to punish certain moves. Because Urian has such high committal options, it's not great to kind of rush his offense, or not to rush his defense or offense. So in that matchup, I would think that Taihei would probably make the mistake of tackling in like that. So let's see. In the corner, how do I get out of the corner? So I tackle, do EX mirror. Parry. I do. I go for raw tackle or raw launcher. This is not a good option. I think honestly this tournament was probably the most sloppy I've ever played. So there are a lot of things that we need to change and adjust. This happens to work, although it is extremely risky. They laugh about it because they're like, what if we just do? Right here is also another big mistake. I have Aegis, and then I don't decide to do anything. I just kind of stand there. It's like... Right after that chop, right here, chop lands. I should immediately transition into an Aegis setup. Maybe not setup, but just like put the Aegis in front. He has low health. We both have 1 meter, so this isn't too bad. So as long as I can guarantee this round, and I'll gain some meter by trying to hit him with pokes, if I can do this, basically like right here. So I would say... This would be a hard choice. I think I would do medium Aegis, fireball in the medium Aegis, or just medium Aegis as soon as that chop lands. And then force him into the corner. I jump at him, which is the fucking stupidest thing to do. Like, he doesn't get much off of jump besides like a round-winning kill combo. Ooh, that was really smart. Yeah, should have done Aegis right here. And he's smart, and he immediately transitions to midstream blockable. But normally if you get hit in that situation, you're supposed to bounce back. I think he was going to try and hit me with a ping pong setup. Watch. He goes... Yeah, so he does standing. He probably meant to do forward medium kick, I bet. But I do a technique to get out of this where you can do... Oh, I should write this down. Against Urian, if you get put in an unblockable situation as Urian, you can do wake up headbutt to basically put yourself airborne, so you'll be launched out of the Aegis and you'll fly out kind of over them. So right there, I do the same bad habit again, where it's like I land a chop and I'm immediately looking to push an advantage instead of just be solid. Because if I was on defense, I would have just blocked the headbutt and been fine. Like, after chop, just look for... Like, you kind of already won that situation, right? Okay, so now let's look at... After every round, you should look at meter and where you are. So basically, it's like, okay, your meter and then your opponent's meter. So, especially against Urian. So what? I have about meter and a half. So I have 1 full stock, a little bit over half. he doesn't even have half yet, so he can't even use an EX move. So EX Headbutt is a great move because it covers this kind of like beginning space. Tackle is not bad in this matchup because Urian is one of the few characters where you need meter to punish him, and I think I realized that, or on block anyway. Obviously, if you parry, you can just kind of beat it, but right here, round start optioning against Urian is it's really interesting because you have kind of three options here. You have tackle, EX headbutt, and jump. Those would be like jump heavy kick, but it's still kind of risky. I think your safe option would be like crouching medium kick, standing medium kick, tackle, and then maybe walk up. I don't think walk up sweep. Probably good. Anyway, I'll get the tackle. Let's see what I do here. I got crazy lucky. Let's go a little bit forward. So I don't know why I did. Hold on. Why did I do that? I did launcher in the middle of the screen. Why did I do that? Maybe I was just really thinking too hard about it. Maybe. Okay. And okay, so I'm activating my game plan. I notice he's in the middle of tackling by the time I do the fireball. So yeah, I do fireball. Notice that he's in the middle of his tackle animation, so I'm gonna go ahead and do heavy Aegis so that by the time, so it'll basically just get him into a corner combo after a tackle because the fireball will hit. This tackle just seals the deal. He, oh god, that's so bad. Okay, I probably need to practice TTH more. I was so nervous because in these brackets it's only first to one. So you really need to be making every hit count, and you can't make mistakes. So this is a huge mistake on me. This is a huge drop. Okay. So I get the full tackle. E. Did I even hit it early enough? Let's check. Tackle. Okay, I should be able to hit tackle. As soon as Urian basically is in a state where he crouches, then is in the middle of standing back up. Yeah, okay. So it's like as you're standing up, that's when you want to do the tackle. That's the earliest tackle that you can get. So hopefully, right? So we get tackle, hits, and we drop it. Okay. And then I'm thinking, okay. Well, let's check the. Let's go back. Let's check the meter. Let's see how it's being off. And hits, drop. Okay, so I have 1 meter. I probably should have backed up. So I have 1 meter and a little extra. So 1 meter and then a little extra. So still have access to EX. He now has access to EX. So I need to be careful about EX headbutt. And so right here, I probably should have just backed up a little bit farther ahead, then done fireball light Aegis to put the mirror in front. I still put the light mirror in front. Luckily, I'm able to catch him. What did he do? He did. Oh, he just blocked. Okay, so he blocks, get hit by the Aegis. Jump punch to reset. Ooh, and then you get the... Okay, so this is actually a really strong setup if you notice that they bounce off the Aegis. Right here, it's... jump up. You do jumping fierce punch to basically hit them so they're resets. And then they will bounce on the mirror one more time. Oh, wait, what's up? Oh, am I going crazy? Fierce. Maybe, okay, he went up on the Aegis. He already bounced up, so that by the time that hit him, he's not jumping back twice. So this is, he's already been reset, and now, basically, he's going to be coming down right here. And then you can either do instant low or overhead. And then a lot of people don't actively see this mix-up a lot, so I like to go overhead. Luckily, I'm able to get the hit. Drop TTH again. All right, I'm going to put in my notes, practice TTH. This is embarrassing. Practice. Okay. So Basically, so if I did TTH right here, he'd basically be. Let's see. Hit, reset. He probably. I don't think he would have died. I don't think he would have died. However, if I hit my older TTH setup, if I hit my first one, I probably would have won off of just the damage alone. Because he would have already been dead basically if I hit TTH twice here. So this game should be over. This should be a perfect right up by my name, but it's not. Oh no. Okay. I decide maybe I don't spend the meter because I had full health and I didn't really want to lose. So let's see. Oh no. He hits me with PT Chop. I think he's doing it just because it's easier to do than TTH for some reason. Especially if you're kind of doing it on the fly. Oh no. I decided to just spend the meter in general and then just dash up and just pick an option. Sweep is really good in the mirror matchup if you're having a hard commit to at least an overhead or a low. So it's not bad. Yeah, crouching heavy kick is good. Tackle, yeah, so like tackle is mostly safe. This should have just been a... Actually, let's just see round start options. So round start, what do we know is good on round start? So we know tackle's good. EX headbutt is probably better. It might lose to tackle. I probably need to lab that. Okay, so lab, then lab round starts versus Urian. Okay. So round starts. So we have tackle is an option. We have EX headbutt. We have maybe in the Urian matchup, light knee drop won't be bad. It's just scary if they do basically anything short where they can still parry it. That's the only real danger I think comes from. So let's see. What do I do? We both have enough for an EX move. I do... What do I do? I do tackle. Okay. That's fine. Take a little bit of damage. Oh, that is so tragic. In this matchup especially. Ares is almost every time is just a launcher punish, which would have given me a mid-screen unblockable at the least. So let's go back a little bit. So like right there, it should have just been instant recognize. Like I think I just buffered the parry, so I wasn't confident in it. I just kind of hit it general, and then what did I try to do? Jab? Oh, God, yeah, I'm really nervous. So let's go back. It should have been launcher, Aegis, mid-screen unblockable, reset into maybe another mid-screen unblockable, and you potentially, it was either be close to dying or basically in a mix-up situation where like the next guest decides if he stays alive or dies. So what's going on? Yes, this is me. Red Urian here versus Taihei in Japan, and then just doing VOD review right now. So going pretty good. I'm in the middle process of taking notes on book. They're not very clean, but this is just my personal notebook for matchups. So I've got matchups on Chun, Yun, Ryu, Ken, Ibuki. Q, I have some notes on Q. Basically, I want to go over the whole cast, but we're slowly getting there. Okay, so it's Taihei, me, 1 round each. What did he just do? Hold on. Oh, no, that's really bad. Did I do taunt on accident? No, I think I did chop. Good reset. Trying to parry that. That was really smart. Hold on. We're gonna go back. So Urian basically, since I'm in the corner right here, he doesn't have Aegis, so he has to. His goal right now is to make sure I don't leave this corner, and that he needs to be putting up a wall right here. So right now, oh yeah, positioning. So quick note: the best position for Urian to be in is right under the clock. Right under the clock basically guarantees that you have a small window of reaction time to make sure that they don't either jump out, they don't do something here. And you kind of want to, I would say, a little bit behind, like right underneath. So, like, he's kind of by like where the 8 is. I would say, like, maybe here is where his head should be. So that way he has options. He can do crouching medium kick, he can do chop, he can do jump back heavy kick, he can do standing medium punch anti air. Like, he has a lot of options here. And then it's kind of up to me to escape unless he wants to do a hard commit option to keep me in the mirror or to keep me in the corner. Yeah, so he's playing smart. I do empty jump. No, empty jump. Yeah, I do empty jump chop, which is really great at covering options because a lot of people, when you empty jump, they're either looking for a move to come out immediately after, like a crouch or like a low to come out after, or some way to change up what you're doing. Oh, I just got empty jump button. He does EX headbutt here, which he is really trying to keep the corner. I guess that's not a bad option because if this landed, for example, okay, so he does medium punch, interrupts my tackle. And then if I did a standing normal, I would have gotten caught here. So this is actually not. This is a good option for Taihei that he chose. Maybe go. I'm gonna put EX headbutt corner escape. Or corner control. I think that makes more sense. So if this hit, he has he has a really strong combo that he can do afterwards and potentially kill me because he now has. Oh no, he was spending. He had 1 meter, so you would have had 50 meter to play around with, and then if that combo hit, he probably would have gotten his meter back. So let's see what he does. So I get thrown back in the corner. Parry the low. I guess that was just a read. Did he delay it at all? Let's see. So he does stand jab. Okay, stand jab sweep. I guess I was just I guess I was able to read the parry. Oh man, I appreciate it. I think I'm not sure what it is. I know there's another Japanese player who goes by Dio, and he also plays as Red Urian. So sometimes you'll see him, and then I just go by my first name. I just go by Austin when I play in brackets now, at least. And I just moved to Japan, so probably you're seeing the Red Urian player named Dio. Because I had Dio before I moved to Japan, and I didn't hear about this guy until after I moved here. So that might be him. I think he plays at I can't remember exactly where he plays in Japan. But I have not met him, and I really want to because this is hilarious. Because I was known as the Red Urian in the before I even moved to Japan, so this is pretty funny. So I get the read, chop, decent punish, not bad. Ooh, okay, so this is actually a really important part of just learning Urian in general. I know, it's pretty sick. It's good. The only part that sucks is that I live in a very rural area. So for me to get to the city, I have to take a train, a Shinkansen that takes about that's like 120, 130 bucks, and then takes 3 hours to get to like Tokyo. And that's like the biggest. That's like the next. We have big cities here in like the more rural area, but if I want to go and play Third Strike, that's gonna take a while. So it's not bad. I just have to like save up and go on like a weekend. So it's not too bad, but okay, so here. Yeah, it's well, to be fair, it's you're taking the bullet train. So instead of taking a 5 or 6 hour car ride, you're taking their was it it's taking 3 hours to get there as opposed to taking a little bit to get there. I do live in the countryside, so there's a big difference between living in a city where I can just go to my local arcade, take the train that costs $2, and then head to an arcade and sit there for like an entire day or right after work. Whereas I have to plan my weekend. I go like once a month basically to these tournaments and arcades. Yeah, countryside is not amazing, but there are benefits. Like for example, with my job, I don't have to pay rent, so that is a huge bonus. Okay, so this tackle.
Get ready to die.
Oh, thanks for the follow, man. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. Okay. Chop. Okay, so this tackle right here is probably the most is one of the most important things I've had to learn is that you have to optimize air parries. What I mean by that is when your opponent parries in the air, Urian almost all the time, if you have meter, you should always spend it to do EX Aegis because it's gonna pop them up, and then you need to know where you hit to know if you need to wait a second to do a delayed tackle or if you just need to do a tackle. Right here, I do a tackle, and I think I should lab this. I really should. Is after that tackle, I think you can do EX tackle afterwards, but I'm not 100% sure. But since I didn't know at the time, I think this is already good because tackle does a good chunk of damage. Back that does EX. Hits him for basically like a jab's worth of damage. Ooh. Hits him for a jab's worth of damage and then a full roundhouse tackle. And I think you can do EX tackle here. I'm not 100% sure. And then, okay, good, smart. I have the mirror. I have fireball, so we set that up. Oh, okay. What Aegis should I have done? I did dash, or maybe just not dash up. I need to do something else. So here, tackle, fireball, Aegis. Oh, okay. I don't think it's dash. I think walk up, crouching medium kick. Yeah, it's like off this grab. I get so lucky here. Walk up, throw. 50-50. Buffer parry. Oh my god. I forgot how I won this match. That is so fucking stupid. Okay. Oh yeah, and the worst part is in Japan, all tournament, or at least for this bracket, most brackets when they pretty much have like a free play for most of the day, everyone puts in just like $1 basically. It's 100 yen, and then you play first to one single elimination bracket. So you're playing with SBO rules, and it's just like, all right, you lost, get off the cab, right? So I just beat Taihei in bracket. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna look at how I made this comeback. Tackle, Aegis, heavy Aegis. He gets a throw on me, and then he probably he's smart here, right? So he's thinking he gets the throw, and then he's either holding down back, and this is just moving him backwards, or he's thinking, oh, okay, I just want to get him to the corner. Unluckily for him, he now gets so close to the mirror where he gets hit in a not really unblockable, but because he isn't blocking. Actually, I don't know. I think this is technically unblockable since my body's over here and he's right here. But the throw. So I'm like, okay, I need to be doing a lot to get this. I need to be doing a lot here to get this comeback. So how much health does he have before this throw? So he has a little bit less than 50% health. So okay, first thing you need to know is that with Urian anyway, the good part of my notes that I've already taken is that throws start up all of Urian's offense, right? So I have Jesus Christ, I have no meter. I'm down to like less than a quarter of my health. This is actually this is like what 10% of my health. This is a little bit less than 25%. So we've got no meter. Only thing I know realistically is that throws start Urian's offense, and I need to make a huge comeback, and I can't let him activate Aegis on me. That is the number one thing I can't let him do. Because as soon as he activates Aegis here, he just gets to poke me in the corner, and I just die. So let's see what I do. Here, okay, so I go for walk back. Walk back, walk forward, throw is really strong, because if they whiff a button or it kind of helps the timing of throw. Since there's throw invincibility in this game for 3 frames, you're able to just kind of walk up, throw. I go for a 50-50 here. So the option right here that Urian has to be careful of is that he also did EX Headbutt on Wake Up, which loses to Meaty. So I do, oh god, it's fast. So you crouch for like a frame, then you're immediately starting crouching heavy kick. So basically the option right here, for the mix-up here is forward heavy punch, which is an overhead, does a decent chunk of meter, or crouching heavy kick, which does gives you a knockdown situation again. So it's a really strong move, but it's very high committal. So if he parries anything here, I'm dead. So he's thinking, okay, I don't want to get basically robbed of this match, right? But Urian's offense is strong because Urian doesn't have a lot of great defensive offense. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna bet that this foreign kid does not know how to play or does not know how to meaty properly. So I'm just gonna EX headbutt. So he commits to EX headbutt, gets hit. Also, I did throw him twice, so he's also probably thinking, since I got thrown twice, he might go for throw again. And then EX all headbutts are throw invincible. So if you can read that your opponent's going to throw, headbutt is normally a good option. He does EX because EX will kill him. He gets hit, gets knocked down. Okay, so if I'm Taihei in this situation, what do I think worked? I got thrown twice. I got meatied, sweeped, and I'm in the exact same situation again. What would you think would be the best option here? Because before we even go to see what he looks at, I would be curious to see what you guys would think what his best options were. Because if I were him, I would probably go crouch tech. So what could I do again? I could do 50-50. So I could do high or low. He would have, so I can do overhead, low, go for a throw again. I don't play your at all, so I won't. Okay. Even if you're theoretically playing like third strike, right? Like your options here are block, high or low. So let's see how many options we have. So we have block, high or low, so that's 2 options. Parry, high or low, so that's 4. You can do guard jump, so that's 5. To avoid a meaty or a throw. But if I delay anything, and then if I do the same walk out, walk back in, he gets hit. And then he could also do, I think I already said crouch tech maybe? So that's 6. 6 options. You'd always want to guard jump instead of jump, so I'm not going to include that one. And what else could he do? He could do wake up regular button. So there's like 7-ish options he could go for here. He already lost 2, so he knows that I might throw again. I might get rid of an option. I got hit by throws a bunch of times, but then I just got beaten off of a move that got throw, so I would take guard jump. I would still include guard jump as an option. I would take out crouch tech. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he does crouch tech, gets thrown again. And then he's at a space where he feels like, how does he throw fireball here? That's my question. Because I'm able to win off of this. I would have just done... Maybe the better option, I don't want to say I would have done. But the better option here might have been EX Headbutt. I'm able to get a lucky head in. Thanks, Adrian. How's it going? I'm going to be doing a bunch more in-depth analysis of matches in the future. Because I think that's where I think a lot of the fun for me comes in.